what kind of fighter would I be if I lose to a man and didn't want to get revenge?
If you're a fighter,
you always want that one back.
But
I plan on winning the fight.
Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor.
The first fight was a bolt of lightning. It came out of nowhere and electrified everyone. At UFC 196 in March, reigning UFC featherweight champion Conor McGregor, the Irish superstar, who took the fight game by storm, moved up 25 pounds on 10 days' notice to take on a cult hero, Nate Diaz, a much bigger man with skills that are world-class and a scowl that's all Stockton.
The Diaz factor is real. You know, Diaz is a huge star himself. He's got a huge following, a big fan base.
When you talk about fighters and their mentality, the anybody, anywhere, anytime, that is Conor McGregor. This guy makes the fight business fun.
Here we go!
Each man took turns dominating the action in a brutal and beautiful display of martial arts.
Diaz, big punches. Conor comes back. What a fight! What a fight!
Diaz would finish McGregor to win the battle.
He tapped! It is all over!
But their war was far from over. Conor McGregor was obsessed. He demanded to run it back. Nate Diaz obliged. The first fight seemed to raise more questions than it answered. Would it have gone differently at lightweight? What if both had full training camps? Who would win in a rematch? Tonight, all questions will be answered at the crossroads of victory and vengeance. They will meet again at welterweight, again with the world watching. It's UFC 202, Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor 2. How the rematch plays out is anyone's guess. But if lightning does strike twice, don't be surprised.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
The Octagon has returned to the beautiful T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, it is UFC 202, Diaz versus McGregor 2. Closed captioning is available for tonight's pay-per-view. And tonight's SAP, brought to you by UFCEspanol.com. Tonight's broadcast available in 100% Spanish. Let's get things started. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg. Welcome once again to the Ultimate Fighting Championship. To say that Conor McGregor has been haunted by his loss to Nate Diaz, maybe not enough. Maybe not as descriptive as it needs to be. Obsessed, possessed for the rematch tonight. That, my friends, may be more accurate. My partner is always Joe Rogan. This is a great matchup.
Welcome to the most compelling matchup in combat sports today. It's a very, very unique situation where you have a guy in Conor McGregor that is such a special athlete, such a spectacular performer, who took a high-risk fight on short notice and lost terribly. Lost in a terrible situation to Nate Diaz, a guy who really didn't get a chance to train for that fight, took the fight on 11 days' notice, beat him, and choked him. Conor feels like he can do better. Nate feels like he can do even better than he did in the first fight, and here we are again 5 months later.
Forever and ever they've been going back and forth, but the verbal sparring continued and hit a high on Wednesday of this week.
Or a low. Yeah, they threw bottles at each other. They got ridiculous. I mean, I don't know why he thought it'd be that accurate that he could hit Nate Diaz in front of a wall of security guards. This is mostly theatrics and nonsense, really. And that's a lot of what Conor does. I mean, what Conor does is a lot of hype, a lot of mind games, and that's part of the factor of the first fight. Those mind games don't work on Nate Diaz. He's a master trash talker himself, and he's used to it. He grew up with Nick Diaz. I mean, how often do you think he got trash talked at the dinner table? He's a black belt in it. It's not going to bother him. And you saw that in the first fight. He doesn't get psychologically rattled the same way the other opponents that Conor McGregor faced did. He enjoyed it. He likes it. He likes that kind of a stare down like they did at the weigh-ins.
He feels like he is the superior martial artist.
Well, he's absolutely superior in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he is a bigger man. He's a bigger man with real experience against world-class fighters. And he proved, at least in the first fight, that he was the better man. But what Conor McGregor has been is a spectacular performer. What he has been is a guy who rises to the occasion. The Jose Aldo fight is a perfect example of that. The biggest fight in his career, and he fought a perfect fight and knocked Aldo out in 13 rounds like that. What Conor McGregor has been able to do in his career is rise to the occasion and put on spectacular performances. The question is, can he make the proper adjustments to beat Nate Diaz tonight, and can Nate Diaz do it all over again?
He's confident he will. He says, I will get my redemption. Co-main event, spectacular matchup. Winner will fight Daniel Cormier for the belt. It's Rumble, and it's Glover Teixeira.
Good Lord, what a good fight this is. I was so excited when Glover Teixeira decided to call out Rumble Johnson, because nobody calls out Rumble Johnson. Because when you do, this kind of thing happens. Rumble Johnson is, in my opinion, the most terrifying knockout artist in this sport. This guy just has ridiculous power and outstanding striking technique. But Glover Teixeira is an incredibly well-rounded fighter. He is a man who literally can do it all. He can wrestle. He has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's got serious knockout power, and he's got a lot of experience against world-class fighters.
What a difference in the emotions pre-fight. Mutual respect, no trash talking between these two.
None at all. I mean, both those guys are gentlemen. They both realize there's a tremendous amount at stake. They have a lot of respect for each other, and they know these guys are veterans. You're not going to get in each other's head. Just be kind, be friendly, and beat the crap out of each other tonight.
Yeah, combined 46 wins, 31 combined knockouts. And fans, we are set for a great night of fights.
We take a look at the rest of the card, sponsored by EA Sports UFC 2. Game Informer calls it an adrenaline rush. Play EA Sports UFC 2 for free, now on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network until August 22nd. And we start in the welterweight division as South Korea's Hung-Kyu Lim fights Octagon newcomer 7-0 Mike Perry. And in welterweight, UFC veteran Rick Story seeks his 4th straight Octagon win when he collides with Donald Cowboy Cerrone. We take a look inside the locker room of Albuquerque's Tim Means, who's coming off a performance of the night knockout finish of John Howard. His opponent, Sabah Hamasi, who's coming off his own knockout victory and makes his UFC debut tonight, riding a 3-fight win streak. Our rules of the Octagon. 3 judges scored the bout. The bout duration, 3 5-minute rounds. Tonight's main event is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. A 10-point scoring system is in effect, with the round winner gaining 10 points, his opponent 9 or less. Judges will score the bouts based on effective striking and grappling, followed by aggression and octagon control in that order.
The night has finally arrived. Diaz versus McGregor 2. Veteran Tim Means has been showcasing the best form of his professional career, and he's determined to keep that momentum going as he faces hard-hitting newcomer Sabah Hamasi.
Welterweight sluggers intent on putting on a winning show here in the fight capital of the world. Newcomer Sabah Hamasi and veteran Tim Means will not back down from a fight when the octagon door closes tonight, setting the stage for fistic fireworks.
Tonight, I want to win my UFC debut against Tim Means, and I want to make a statement and let everyone know in the welterweight division I'm here to stay.
He's strong. He doesn't have good head movement. I'm looking to knock the dude out.
A member of the renowned American top team, Sabah Hamasi represented his squad on season 21 of The Ultimate Fighter. And tonight, he will do so in the octagon as he makes his UFC debut against Tim Means. Winner of 3 in a row in 2016, with each of his victories coming by way of knockout, Hamasi will bring the heat as he searches for his 4th win of the year.
It's gonna feel great to get my first win in the UFC against Tim Means. It's been a long time coming, and I just can't wait to get in there and do it.
Albuquerque standout Tim Means has been a dues-paying member of the School of Hard Knocks. But at 32, the Dirty Bird may be hitting his prime, with knockouts of Diego Lima and John Howard, proving that if an opponent is going to stand and trade with him, he has the power to end that opponent's night in a hurry.
But this is my night because I've already been through the hard struggles. I'm gonna get a knockout and I'm gonna win here in Vegas.
Longtime member of American Top Team, the New Jersey native, Saba the Problem Hamasi. 8 of his 11 career wins by knockout, 5 first-round finishes, and he makes his UFC debut tonight, Joe, riding a 3-fight win streak.
Yeah, Tim Means said it best. He's a strong, powerful kid. But man, he's got a tough matchup. Tim Means is a very, very technical and highly skilled fighter. So Saba, who has been on The Ultimate Fighter, lost a 3-round decision. He has an opportunity to step into the UFC and fight a guy who, in my opinion, is one of the most dangerous 170-pound fighters in the world.
He's an entertainer. That's how he likes to perform. He likes to put on a show. He wants to not only get the victories he talked about, he wants to make a statement. And he did say about his opponent, Tim Means, that he likes the matchup, Joe, because he knows that Means is going to bring it.
Means definitely brings it. He's a big, long, tall guy with great reach and great technique, and he's very versatile. But Saba's training at American Top Team, which we've said time and time again is one of the very best gyms in the world, so he will be as prepared as he can be for this highly anticipated UFC debut.
He said the origin of his nickname, I'm just a problem in every way you look at it. Problem child growing up, and everyone who knows me calls me a problem. Saba, the Problem Homasi. Making his UFC debut. Against the Dirty Bird, Tim Means. Coming off a performance of the night knockout of John Howard, Tim Means, his second stint in the UFC, has been one, Joe, in which he has really showcased his brawler's instinct.
Well, what he did was he moved up to 170 pounds, Mike, and that was a big factor because at 6'2", he was just killing himself making 155. He looked emaciated at the weigh-ins and on death's door, and then the next day, when he fought, he would be very depleted. He just was not able to fight up to his true potential. But at 170, he's been nothing short of spectacular, and he's coming off of one of the best performances of his career, a first-round knockout of a second-round knockout of John Howard, who is an excellent fighter as well. So, and before that, he had a great fight with Matt Brown, a back-and-forth fight where he caught Matt Brown but then got caught in a choke. So that was an exciting fight as well, and it showcased how versatile Tim Means is. I think Tim Means is one of the craftiest, sneakiest guy with some of the best elbow technique that you're going to see inside the octagon.
8th UFC fight at 170. Tim Means is 5-2 as a welterweight. Of his 25 wins, 17 have come by knockout. Tim Means. Our Tale of the Tape is brought to you by the new movie Hands of Stone, the true story